Imagine giving away your last meal, your last dollar, your very last hope. That's exactly what one poor widow did in the temple courts, and what Jesus said about her act still shakes hearts today. The great temple of Jerusalem was busy. Priests, Levites, worshippers, and travelers filled the courtyards. Near the treasury, 13 trumpet-shaped chests stood ready to receive offerings. The wealthy came forward proudly, dropping in bags of silver. Each clink of coins echoed like thunder. People turned their heads in admiration. Surely these were men and women who pleased God. But someone else was watching with different eyes. Jesus sat opposite the treasury, quietly observing. Not the size of the gifts, but the hearts of the givers. Through the crowd shuffled a woman in worn garments, her steps slow but steady. She was a widow, one of the poorest in society, often overlooked, often forgotten. Her hands were calloused, her face lined with hardship. In her palm, she held all she had left. 2 tiny copper coins, worth less than a penny. To others, they were worthless, but to her they were everything. She paused, clutching them tightly. Should she hold back 1 coin for bread? For survival? No. With trembling hands but a heart full of trust, she stepped forward. While the crowd was still buzzing over the wealthy donors, the widow slipped quietly to the treasury chest. No fanfare, no attention. Just 2 faint clinks as her coins fell into the box. No one noticed. No one applauded. Some might have even scoffed if they had seen. But heaven noticed, and Jesus noticed. Jesus called his disciples over. His voice was firm, yet filled with awe. Truly I tell you, this poor widow has given more than all the others. They gave out of their wealth. But she, out of her poverty, gave all she had to live on. The disciples were stunned. How could 2 worthless coins be more than bags of silver? But Jesus saw the truth. The wealthy gave what cost them little. The widow gave what cost her everything. That day, her name was not recorded among the powerful, the rich, or the famous. But her act was written in eternity. Her offering wasn't measured by man's scales but by God's heart. To God, 2 tiny coins outweighed treasures of gold, because they carried faith, trust, and sacrifice. The world measures greatness by size, wealth, and applause, but God measures greatness by love, sacrifice, and faith. Sometimes the smallest act done with the biggest heart echoes the loudest in heaven. Next time you think what you have is too little, remember the widow's 2 coins. In God's hands, your little can become eternal. The world may overlook what feels small, but God sees the heart behind it. Your faith, your sacrifice, your 2 coins, they matter more than you can imagine. So never think you have nothing to give. In God's hands, little becomes eternal.